Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like something was missing? Not on the outside, but deep within, like a quiet ache for love that starts with you? It's a feeling many of us know but rarely speak about. We search for validation and wholeness in our careers, our relationships, and our achievements, yet that inner void remains. This feeling isn't a sign that you are broken. It's a gentle call from your soul, asking you to turn your attention inward and begin the most important relationship you will ever have, the one with yourself. Today, we're going to answer that call. This isn't about grand gestures or overnight transformations. It's about the quiet, consistent acts of kindness you show yourself every single day. I'm going to share with you 5 simple habits that can change how you see yourself forever, helping you build a foundation of self-worth that no external circumstance can shake. These practices are designed to be woven into the fabric of your daily life, gently shifting your perspective from self-criticism to self-compassion. Stay with me, because this journey to self-love is about to light up your soul. Let's talk about self-love. It's not just bubble baths or affirmations, though those can help. It's about rewiring how you treat yourself every single day. I'm going to share 5 daily habits that have transformed lives, including my own. These aren't quick fixes. They're gentle steps to build a stronger, kinder relationship with you. They are accessible, they are powerful, and they are for you. Before we begin, a quick disclaimer. This video is intended for informational and educational purposes only. It is not a substitute for professional medical, psychological, or therapeutic advice. If you're struggling with mental health or trauma, please consult a licensed professional. Ready? Let's dive in. Our first habit begins the moment you wake up, before the world has a chance to rush in. It's called morning gratitude grounding. It's so simple, yet it has the power to set the entire tone for your day. Before you even get out of bed, before you check your phone or think about your to-do list, I want you to place your hand over your heart. Feel the warmth of your own touch, the gentle rhythm of your heartbeat. This physical connection is a powerful reminder that you are here, you are alive, and you are present in this moment. Now take 3 deep, intentional breaths. Inhale slowly, filling your lungs completely, and as you exhale, release the tension, the worries, the rush. With each breath, feel yourself becoming more centered, more grounded in your own body. This isn't just about oxygen, it's about creating a sacred pause between sleep and the demands of the day. It's a moment where you choose to connect with yourself before you connect with anything or anyone else. It's a declaration that your inner peace comes first. On your 3rd exhale, I want you to silently or out loud name one thing you are grateful for about yourself. Not something you've done, but something about who you are. It could be your resilience, your kindness, your creativity, your strength. Maybe it's your sense of humor or the way you care for others. In the beginning, this might feel difficult. Our inner critic is often the loudest voice in the morning, but with practice, you will start to train your mind to look for the good within you first. I remember a time when my own self-worth was at an all-time low. I was so focused on my failures and shortcomings that I couldn't see anything positive. My mornings were filled with anxiety about all the things I had to prove that day. Starting this practice felt forced, almost inauthentic. My first grateful thought was simply, I'm grateful I'm trying. It was small, but it was a start. It was a tiny seed of self-acknowledgement in a field of self-doubt. Over time, that single thought began to shift everything. Instead of waking up with a sense of deficit, I started my day with a sense of fullness. I'm grateful for my persistent spirit. I'm grateful for my ability to learn from my mistakes. This simple act of naming one good thing rewired my brain to seek self-appreciation instead of self-criticism. It became the anchor that held me steady, reminding me that my worth wasn't tied to my productivity or my successes, but was inherent to my being. This practice doesn't erase challenges, but it changes your capacity to face them. You start your day from a place of inner resourcefulness, not from a place of lack. You're reminding yourself that you already possess the qualities you need to navigate whatever comes your way. So tomorrow morning, before the world pulls you in 1,000 directions, give yourself this gift. Hand on your heart, 3 deep breaths, and 1 moment of gratitude for the incredible person you are. It's a revolutionary act of self-love. Our second habit takes place at the end of the day, acting as a gentle bookend to your waking hours. This is what I call journaling with compassion. It's not about writing pages and pages. It's about two simple sentences that can profoundly change your relationship with yourself. Before you go to sleep, take out a journal or a piece of paper and create a space for honest reflection. This is a judgment-free zone, a sanctuary for your thoughts and feelings. The first sentence you'll write is this: "Today I am proud of myself for," and you'll complete it. This isn't about monumental achievements. We're not looking for "I closed a huge deal" or "I ran a marathon." We're looking for the small, quiet victories of being human. Maybe you're proud that you held your tongue in a frustrating moment, or that you drank enough water, or that you listened patiently to a friend. Perhaps you're proud that you simply got out of bed when it felt hard. This practice trains you to see your own efforts. We are so often conditioned to focus on where we fell short that we completely overlook the dozens of things we do right every single day. By intentionally searching for a moment of pride, you are validating your own progress, no matter how small it may seem. You are teaching yourself that your efforts matter, that you are worthy of recognition, especially from yourself. It builds a quiet confidence from the inside out. The second sentence is just as crucial, and it's this: "Today, I forgive myself for." This is where the deep work of compassion happens. We all have moments we wish we could do over. Maybe you were impatient with a loved one, or you procrastinated on an important task, or you spoke to yourself with a harsh inner voice. This isn't about dwelling on the mistake, it's about releasing the weight of it. Holding on to self-blame is like carrying a heavy backpack that only you can feel. By writing down what you forgive yourself for, you are acknowledging your humanity. You are accepting that you are not perfect, and that is okay. Forgiveness is not about condoning the behavior. It's about freeing yourself from the emotional prison of guilt and shame. It says, "I see this mistake, I learn from it, and I am choosing to let it go so I can move forward with more wisdom and less baggage." It's an act of profound kindness. The emotional impact of these two sentences is immense. Together, they create a balanced narrative of your day. You acknowledge your strengths and your struggles, your wins and your lessons. It prevents the negativity bias, our brain's natural tendency to focus on what went wrong, from taking over. I found that this practice helps me sleep more peacefully, releasing the mental loop of self-judgment that used to keep me awake. It's a daily ritual of wiping the slate clean, allowing you to begin the next day with a lighter heart and a more compassionate perspective. Our third habit is about transforming your relationship with your body. It's called mindful movement. For so many of us, exercise has been framed as a punishment, a way to burn off what we ate, to fix our flaws, to force our bodies into a shape that society deems acceptable. This approach creates a disconnect, turning our bodies into projects to be managed rather than homes to be lived in. Mindful movement is the antidote. It's about moving your body with love, intention, and gratitude. The goal here is not to burn a certain number of calories or to achieve a specific aesthetic. The goal is to feel good in your skin. It's about asking your body, "What do you need today?" Instead of telling it, "This is what you have to do." Some days, your body might crave a gentle stretch, a slow walk in nature, where you can feel the ground beneath your feet and the sun on your skin. It's about noticing the sensations, the way your muscles lengthen, the rhythm of your breath. Other days, your body might want to release energy. Maybe that means putting on your favorite song and dancing around your living room without a care in the world, just for the sheer joy of it. Or maybe it's a brisk walk, a yoga flow, or lifting weights. But the intention is different. You're not doing it to punish your body. You're doing it to celebrate its strength, its ability to carry you through life. The focus shifts from how it looks to how it feels. I used to have a very adversarial relationship with exercise. I saw it as a chore, another item on my to-do list that I had to get through. I would push myself to exhaustion, ignoring my body's signals, and I ended up feeling resentful and disconnected. It was just another way for my inner critic to tell me I wasn't doing enough. I was treating my body like a machine instead of a cherished friend. The shift came when I started practicing yoga not for the physical poses, but for the connection. I began to listen to my body's whispers. When I felt tired, I chose a restorative practice. When I felt energetic, I chose a more dynamic one. I started taking walks without headphones, just paying attention to the feeling of movement. This simple change in intention transformed everything. Movement became a form of self-care, a conversation with my body instead of a command. This practice of mindful movement helps heal the wounds of body shame and comparison. It brings you back into a state of unity, where your mind and body are working together as allies. It teaches you to appreciate your body for what it can do right now, in this moment. So I invite you to find a way to move today, not as a punishment, but as a celebration. Whether it's 5 minutes of stretching or an hour of dancing, do it with love. Our fourth habit is one of the most powerful and often the most challenging acts of self-love. Boundary setting with kindness. Boundaries are not walls you build to push people away. They are gates you create to protect your inner peace and energy. They are a loving declaration to yourself and to the world that your well-being matters. Without them, we often find ourselves feeling drained, resentful, and overwhelmed, having given away our precious energy to please others. Setting a boundary can be as simple as saying no to a request you don't have the capacity for. It can be deciding to not engage in gossip or limiting your time with people who leave you feeling depleted. It can be carving out 15 minutes of quiet time for yourself each day and protecting that time fiercely. The key is to do it with kindness, both for the other person and for yourself. You don't need to provide a long, elaborate excuse. A simple, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I'm not able to do that right now," is enough. The guilt that often accompanies setting a boundary is a sign of how deeply we've been conditioned to be people pleasers. We worry that saying no will make us seem selfish or unhelpful, but the truth is, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Honoring your own needs and limits is not selfish. It is essential for your long-term ability to show up for others in a genuine and sustainable way. A boundary is a gift to both you and the other person, as it fosters honesty and respect in the relationship. I used to be a chronic yes man. I thought that being available to everyone all the time was a sign of being a good person. I would overcommit myself at work and in my personal life, leaving no time or energy for myself. I was constantly exhausted, running on fumes, and I started to feel a deep sense of resentment building up inside me. I was angry at others for asking so much of me, but the truth was, I was the one who never told them my limit. The turning point for me was small. A friend asked for a favor on a day when I was already feeling completely overwhelmed. My automatic response was to say yes, but for the first time I paused. I took a breath and said, "I'd love to help, but I just don't have the capacity today. Can we look at it tomorrow?" The world didn't end. My friend understood, and the feeling of relief that washed over me was profound. I had chosen myself, and it felt like a homecoming. Each time you set a kind boundary, you are sending a powerful message to your subconscious. I am worthy of protection. My energy is valuable. My needs are valid. It's a practice. It might feel uncomfortable at first, like flexing a muscle you haven't used before. But with each small act of boundary setting, that muscle gets stronger. You begin to build a life that feels less like a reaction to everyone else's demands and more like a conscious creation of your own design. Our final habit brings our day of intentional self-love to a gentle close. It complements our compassionate journaling but serves a slightly different purpose. This is the practice of evening self-reflection. It's a simple, quiet moment to acknowledge the ways, big and small, that you have shown up for yourself throughout the day. It's about consciously recognizing your acts of self-kindness, which helps to reinforce them and make them a more natural part of your life. Before you drift off to sleep, take a moment to ask yourself one simple question. How did I show myself love today? You can think about the answer in your mind, or you can write it down in your journal alongside your other reflections. The purpose is not to judge whether you did enough, but simply to notice. It's an act of mindful awareness, turning your attention to the evidence of your own care. Perhaps you showed yourself love by choosing a nourishing meal instead of a convenient one. Maybe it was by taking a 5-minute break during a stressful workday to just breathe. It could have been the mindful movement you practiced, or the kind boundary you set. It might even be the act of forgiving yourself for a mistake. These moments can be so fleeting that if we don't pause to recognize them, they disappear without a trace. This practice is powerful because it helps you build a case for your own self-worth. Your brain is constantly gathering evidence to support your beliefs. If you believe you are not good enough, your brain will scan your day for all the evidence that proves it right. But when you intentionally look for moments of self-love, you start to gather evidence for a new belief. I am someone who is worthy of care, and I am capable of giving that care to myself. I found that this practice helped me see that self-love wasn't some far-off destination I had to reach. It was present in the small choices I was making every single day. Some days, the only answer I had was, I was gentle with my thoughts for a few minutes. And that was enough. It was a victory. It celebrated the effort, not just the outcome, and it motivated me to continue on this path. By ending your day with this reflection, you are cementing these new positive neural pathways. You are training your mind to see the good, to recognize your own compassion, and to celebrate your journey of becoming your own best friend. It's a beautiful, peaceful way to end the day, filling your mind with thoughts of kindness and care right before you sleep. It creates a cycle of positive reinforcement, making it easier and more natural to choose self-love again tomorrow. These 5 habits, gratitude grounding, compassionate journaling, mindful movement, kind boundaries, and self-reflection, are like seeds you plant every day. They may seem small and insignificant on their own, but they are potent with potential. Water them with patience, consistency, and a gentle heart, and you'll grow a garden of self-love that blooms even on tough days. This garden will become your sanctuary, a place of beauty and strength within you that you can always return to, no matter what storms are raging on the outside. Imagine waking up a month from now, feeling a little lighter, a little braver, a little more at home in your own skin. Imagine looking in the mirror and meeting your own gaze with kindness instead of criticism. Imagine navigating challenges with a steady inner voice that says, "You've got this," instead of one that tells you you're not enough. That's not a distant dream. It's the real, tangible outcome of these small, consistent steps. That's the power of these small steps. You are simply remembering the love that was within you all along. Before we wrap up, let me share a story. A friend of mine, let's call her Sarah, felt stuck after a painful breakup. She thought self-love was selfish, something she didn't deserve. But she tried these habits, starting with just one, journaling. Over months, she began to see herself differently. She wasn't just broken or not enough. She was a woman learning to hold herself with care. Today, she radiates a quiet confidence, not because life is perfect, but because she's become her own safe place. You can be that for yourself too. So, what's your next step? Pick one habit and try it tomorrow. Maybe it's 3 breaths of gratitude or a sentence in a journal. Start small, but start. Your heart is waiting to meet you there. If this resonated, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to Awareness Radiance, and drop a comment. What's one way you'll show yourself love this week? Let's build a community of growth and healing together. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep shining.